Meantime, convicted murderer Drew Peterson could soon have some of his secrets spilled. He's convicted of killing his third wife, Kathleen Savio. Well, now his former lawyer is considering sharing Drew's secrets, especially about Peterson's fourth wife, Stacey, who has been missing and presumed dead since all the way back in 2007. Ben Bradley with our Chicago station spoke with the former attorney, and now in an exclusive interview, we hear from Stacey's sister, who wants to know what happened to her.
Joel Brodsky told me this case has weighed on his conscience to the point he's considering breaking attorney-client privilege and perhaps helping to solve one of the Chicago area's most perplexing mysteries. But it comes as Drew Peterson is engaged in a long-shot court fight for a new trial. He's arguing Brodsky provided ineffective counsel, in part because he didn't let him testify. Caught in the middle of all this, the family of a suburban mom who's been seeking answers for well over a decade. 15 years after Drew Peterson went from suburban cop to suspect, the case still confounds. Peterson was convicted in the death of his third wife, which was only re-examined after his fourth wife, Stacey, went missing.
Drew told you what happened to Stacey.
I know everything about both of his wives, everything.
Peterson's former attorney, Joel Brodsky,
the third wife. Okay. What happened?
Who took his client on a national media tour and appeared at times to enjoy the spotlight, is now something of a pariah in his own profession. In 2019, his license to practice law in Illinois was suspended for 2 years for conduct in unrelated cases in which he was accused of a pattern and practice of unprofessional behavior, including false allegations and inappropriate diatribes and pleadings. Now, with apparently little to lose,
I was thinking that, maybe it's time.
Brodsky told me he is considering committing the cardinal sin of the legal profession, betraying attorney-client privilege.
I feel bad about what, Drew not taking responsibility and Stacey still being missing, that I'm thinking about maybe, revealing what happened to Stacey and where she is. I would never do anything that would hurt a former client. But he's in prison. He's never getting out. So if he was a man, he would say, okay, I'm done. Here's what happened, so that people can have the matter resolved and have closure.
If it's weighing on your conscience that much, you can see the pain in my eyes, and it kills me every day. So give it up.
Cassandra Kales has spent the last 15 years on a one-woman mission to find her sister Stacey. She's suspicious of Brodsky's motives.
Why do I have to still be the victim here, and my family and her kids, of where my sister is and what happened? He's got to be out for something, whether it's money or fame, or just to be, in the spotlight.
This one is a real head scratcher. Why?
The Brodsky bombshell is gaining national attention, and not just because of its potential to solve a crime.
Now, if these potential clients think I could pull a Brodsky, if that's what it's now going to be called, and for my own personal reasons, frustration with the system, whatever, going to start telling secrets of a client, no one's going to tell us what they need to tell us to effectively represent them.
I think what Brodsky is doing is sending a little bit of a shot across the bow. Hey, you want to do that? Guess what? I'm going to take you out. You're going to waive the attorney-client privilege. I may have to do a little damage myself.
Cassandra Kales cares little about the implications Brodsky's revelations could have on the legal profession. She just wants answers.
I won't stop until I bring my sister home and give her the proper burial.
I spoke with Joel Brodsky after our first interview aired. He insists his motive for potentially sharing his former client's secret is pure, and that is to bring Stacey's family closure after all these years. But he says he hasn't decided whether he'll actually go through with it. Back to you.
All right. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.